In this video, we are going to learn JavaScript from the basics so you can make websites with animations and more. Welcome to AlterRevX, the place where you can master coding. Let's get started with our JS course. So, this is just the getting started. We will just write some basic functions. So we'll get to the index.html part later. So first we'll just focus on the JS file. So we'll press Ctrl K and then Z. So it's going to go to the Zen mode. I like this because then we don't have any distractions. Okay, so then I'll press Ctrl backtick. It's the key beside one. So and we get that terminal. So now we will focus on the JS. So we'll type console.log. It's going to log something to the console. Usually when we're starting out with a new language, it's like a convention to do hello world. Hello world. Yes. Yeah. So and now we are going to use Node. So I told where in my setting up your development environment video, I showed how you can install Node. So I'll link it up in the cards and in the description below. Just make sure to check it out to install Node. Yeah, so now we can type node main.js. Whatever file you gave, I gave it main.js, node main.js, and it logged to the console hello world. So now another we can do console.warn is this is a warning. Okay, so now when we get to the browser part, you will understand this a bit more. Yeah, okay, wait, I did not save the file. Yeah, so you will see this warn and error more deeply. You'll understand it better. So warn is just like it'll give a warning. Error will give a error. So now let us go to variables. So what is a variable? A variable is something, a value, like a box. Think of it as a box which stores a value. So now we there in the old JavaScript there used to be like var x is equal to 2. Okay, so now what we can do is console.log x. So now when we run node main.js, it's showed 2. But now there's a problem with this. Okay, we can redeclare this variable. Okay, and we'll just copy this and paste it. So here it's not going to give us an error. See, first it printed 2, and actually it should give us an error when we redeclare the variable, but it's not giving us here, giving the error. So but if we do let x is equal to 5, kz. So if we do let x is equal to 5, then we can do console.log x. Yeah, so now here what we can do is, just make this bigger. Yeah, node main.js. okay, and now we get 5. But again, if we redeclare this let, it's gonna give us an error. You can try the error out. So and then there's another one for let x, let's do. Yeah, now what we can do is we can like do x is equal to 6. We can't tell let x is equal to 6. And now when we do console.log x, so now we're gonna get 5. Okay, so now I'm sorry, wait. So we get 5. Let's remove this one here and let's try it. Just save it. Yeah, 6. Okay, so we can redeclare this x, but now there's another type, so it's called const. So we can do const x is equal to 100,000. Okay, so then console.log x. So now node main.js 1000, but for const you can not even do x equal to like 1. You can't even do that because it's a constant, it's not even going to change. So it's a, like type of variable, but it's a variable which cannot change. So then we have some data types. So like I'll just keep a comment. If you want single line comments, you can do // or if you want multi-line comments, you can do slash shift 8 and again shift 8 and then slash. I'll remove this extra. So now we have a string. Okay, string, we use this beside enter on the QWERTY keyboard. So you can use single quotes or double quotes. Yeah, or double quotes. Okay, and then so we have a string. Then we have a boolean. I'm sure you know what it is. It's true or false, true and false. And then next we have a integer. So it's like 1, 2, 3, like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then next we have like null, which is just nothing. Undefined is basically not defined. So if it can't find a variable in, it's just going to return undefined or null. Okay, so then next n, capital N, small a, capital N is just telling it's not a number. It's just telling it's not a number. Yeah, so I think these are the main data types. I'm sure there are more, but for now let's work with these. We'll work with these 3 more, and this is for backend type and for checking, and usually you'll get these 2 when you have errors. This will want to check if it's a number or not. So now those are our data types. So now we'll move on to mathematic operations. So what we can do is we can do let x is equal to 10 plus 20. Console.log 30. Oh, I'm sorry, x. So now let's see node main.js, we get 30. So now this we can do addition. Now we'll try subtraction. It should give us -10. See, -10. We can do division. So this is like just division. It's just slash. And then we can do multiplication. It should give us 200. So it should give us 200. Yeah, see, it gave. And then now we have this mod. So it's like a not percentage, it's going to give us the remainder when we divide those two, if there's a remainder. If there's no remainder, it will just give us 0. So 10 is the remainder when we divide those two. Okay, So then next, or we can try 40 by 20. Now it should give us 0 as a reminder, because 20 divides 40 exactly 2 times. So then now we can do is here we'll have 2, and here we'll have 2 times shift 8. So this is 10 to the power of 2. So now node main address, yeah, as you can see 10 to the power of 2 is 100. So if we want, we can do 10 to the power of 20. It's going to give us a big number, so some big number. So then these are our data types. So mathematic operations. Now we have string concatenation. So what we can have is, let hello is equal to hello, let hello world. This is called camel case. So when we have two words in variables, we are not permitted to keep spaces and hyphens. We can keep underscores. It's better not to keep any numbers. So we use camel case. So it's like the first word will be lowercase, and then from the second word we'll keep like capital letter for the first. So what we can do is hello plus world. So we are just adding two strings together, but that's the only thing we can do with strings, if I'm not mistaken. So node main.js hello world, it gave us without a space. So if you want a space, what you can do is just give a space here before this, hello world, or you can give a space before world. I like to give it here because like we usually type after this space, not before that. So let's just leave it like this, and it's going to give the same result. So now we're going to see of scope. Okay, so scope is just basically, so var whatever you declare, we'll go more into scope, but for now you learn about one scope. Var x is equal to 100. So now you can access this anywhere in the full file. Same for let y is equal to 200, and then const z is equal to 300. So now you can access these three variables x, y and z in the full file. So then so we'll go more into scope, not while we learn, I will talk about scope more and more, so remember that. We'll just remove these. So now functions and parameters. So now we have a function. Okay, so we declare a function like this. I'll tell a new way of declaring a function also. This is we still use this, but there's a more modern way of doing it. So what we can do is type function, the name of the function square. So this is the function basically. So then this is the return keyword. It's going to return something from the function. So, and whatever we give in this parentheses is the parameter to the function. So if we give x, return x into x. That's just basically x square. So now we do console.log square of 10. It should give us 100. Wait, I didn't save it. Sorry. 100. See, it gave us 100. So we just did a simple function with one parameter, which will give us the square. So now what we can do is we can create a function called random birds. Sorry, not this. Function name is equal to, sorry, here. So it will take an array. So we learn not yet, not array, sorry, name. Okay. So then what it will do is return hello space plus name. So console.log names of let's create Sid. Okay, just some name I created up on the spot. Hello Sid. So we created another basic function which, if the people will give their name, if the person will give their name, it is going to tell hello and that name. So once we get to the fun parts, we can ask the user to, once we go to the HTML part, we can ask the user to type in our input, and then it's going to alert them hello Sid, like that. So now let's go to if else statement. So we're just comparing to, like comparing. So now we have const z. Sorry, let's just use let z is equal to red, or wait, 2. Let y is equal to 3. So now how we do is, if z is less than y, and I'm sorry, I forgot something here. What we'll, the new way of writing functions is like this. We usually use const, but you can use let. Use const and we use const and let now. Very rarely we use var. Let name is equal to, oh I'm sorry, I'm getting this. Let name is equal to n. Let's say that's the name, and this is called arrow function. You can see that arrow is there. So for you guys it might be like this. With for me, I added, you can just leave it as so. Now here you can do is return n. Just, so we'll just comment this out, and then console.log name. Okay, we'll names of fun. So now when we run this fun, so it's returned that. So this is the new way I like to use the arrow functions. Sorry. Now what, control KU. Okay, we'll uncomment this case. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so now if z is less than y, we're going to console.log, and here we can do backticks. It's just beside 1, the key beside 1. So what I like about backticks is we'll use backticks mostly for string, and here for string we can use backticks also. So basically backticks, we use it for, like, we can add variables directly instead of doing +5, like +z. So we can do dollar and curly braces z is less than $y. I don't know why that keeps happening. Let's just run this file. So 2 is less than 3, like that. If z is greater than y, console.log. But if z is never greater than y, it's not going to do anything. And now we can use else if z is less than y. I'll just copy this whole thing and yeah, then it'll 2 is less than 3. He'll tell here z is greater than. So now if it's none of those two, else if it's none, it should be equal, but we'll just check. Else console.log they are equal. Sorry, I must keep in quotation. $z is equal to $y. So now if they both are equal, yeah. But if you don't want this else, you can directly check if z is with double equal to is not strict checking. So double equal to is not strict checking. So we'll run the file. 3 is less than 3. Okay, but if you want strict, super strict checking, you keep triple equal to, and it's gonna 3 is less than 3. So we'll just keep 3 is equal to 3. Yeah, so like that. So that's strict checking, and then we have not strict checking. Yeah, so now next we have arrays. Wait, first you can do less than. You can check if it's less than z. We already did that. Less than equal to or greater than equal to. Yeah, so now we'll just get rid of all this, and now we come to arrays, the fun part. But even more fun is the next part, which we're gonna get to. Let to-do list is equal to get milk, eat cake, happy new year, and happy new year, guys. Merry Christmas. Subscribe to UltraDevX, and if you haven't already done that, make sure to subscribe. So now we have this to-do list. So what we can do is console.log to-do list. So it's going to return an array to us. So I'm using Z shell. So PowerShell might be little different. So this node, but this node command will be the same. So get milk, eat cake, happy new year, merry Christmas, subscribe to UltraDevX. So we have gotten our to-do list. So now if we want to access this first one in an array, the first value will have the ID of 0. The second one will have 1. So it's just, so now this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have 5 items, but the last one is going to be 4. So if we want only the 4th item, subscribe to UltraDevX. We have gotten that. So now if we get the 5th one, it's still undefined because it's not even there. So then now if you want the 0, the first one, get milk. So we have gotten everything. So that's just basically arrays. Now we have reached the fun part, for loop and while loop. So we're going to use for. So first time we're just going to type it out. So for let I is equal to 0. Okay, and I is less than 100. For now we'll keep 100, and next we'll check with arrays. I plus plus. You can increment I like this, or you can do I minus minus to decrement I like this, but plus plus is fine. Plus plus we usually do if we are doing a like kind of like a stopwatch. So let us like do this for 10. Okay, so set timeout. So we are going to give a like timeout function. So we'll use a arrow function, and here after this we are going to give a, so 1000 is going to count in milliseconds, so 1000 is going to be 10 seconds. No, so this is going to be just 1 second. So and then this is going to be 10 second. So 1 second is console.log of I. So now I'll just save this, and now let us increase this. It's gonna be, I'll just clear it up. Yeah, so now node main.js. Wow, okay, it printed super fast. Console.log. okay, I thought it'll do like first it'll do I and again I, but for now let's just leave it like that. So it waited for 1 second and printed I. Let's try this 100 just for fun. Clear it up. You just waited for some 1 millisecond or something. So let's just leave this. Let's focus on the main. So now what we are going to do a game called Fizzbuzz. It's like a interview question you get. So if, so we'll just keep this here. If I divide by 3 mod 3 is equal to 0. So if I mod 3 and the remainder is 0, and so we can do and like this. So double ampersand. So you can do shift 7 2 times. So you're gonna get this double ampersand is, and I mod 5 is equal to 0, or instead of this and you can do shift, this is or. Okay, so this is like 2 pipes, the straight lines. So just keep and if they both are like true, console dot log, oh sorry I did something, yeah, console dot log Fizzbuzz. else if is like this again, almost like this, but else if this is not there, then do this, and then else is like if these two are not there, do that. So now else if I only I mod 3 is equal to 0, then console dot log, sorry, fizz. Again else if now only I mod 5 is equal to 0, console dot log buzz, sorry, in string. Yeah, and then finally else if it's none of these, just console dot log I. Otherwise you see what's gonna happen if this is not there. We'll remove this one here, we'll keep it comment from here. Yeah, so now when we run this file, gonna increase it, the height. So as you can see, it has only done these. It didn't show the other numbers. So I don't know. Okay, yeah. So now here, now if we keep this and I just clear this up and we run this file again, now you can see these other numbers also have come, 1, 2 and fizz. So fizz has come. Yeah, the first one 0 is divisible by both and it's going to return 0. 1, 2, 3 fizz, 4 buzz, 5 is divisible by 5, 6. Then 15, see 14 is not showing 15 again, which is good. So 15 is Fizzbuzz because it's divisible by both 3 and 15 and the remainder is 0. So now what we have done is we have just created a basic and fun game. So now let us go on to objects. Yeah. So here I have missed objects. Object is just curly braces. So let obj 1, I did not keep the number 1, I typed it in words, is equal to this. So we have a key, the name for that object and the value, like not the name of that part in the object. So let first to do equal to get milk. I'll just copy this whole thing. In Visual Studio Code, you don't need to highlight this whole line like this. You can just press Ctrl C and it's automatically going to copy it for you. Yes. So now second to do is eat chocolate. So now you have this. So just console.log obj1. So first to do get milk, second to do eat chocolate. Now if you want to access this first to do, you got to do dot first to do. Okay, not of 0 of 1. So dot first to do or dot second to do, simple. So we get the first to do and second to do, whatever you have names, dot that to get it. So now we're going to use loops. So now all what we have learned till now is going to be used like this. All what we have learned till now, it's adding up till here. For so this time instead of using a for loop, we'll use a while loop. While obj, let's write here, let I is equal to 0. So for we can do that declaring inline only, but here we'll do only the condition while I is less than 2, console.log obj1. So now what happens if you just leave it like this is, it's going to go to an infinite loop because I is always less than 2. So here at the end what we have to do is I plus plus. Sorry. Yeah. So now if we run it, it's just going to print it 2 times. So what we can do is console.log first to do, copy this, and second to do is going to print it like this. Get milk, eat chocolate. Get milk, eat chocolate, like that 2 times. So now, and then there's a do while loop. It's kind of like this. So first it's going to do it and then while. So do while I is less than 2. So do console.log obj1 dot first to do and second to do. Yeah. So now if we run it, so oh sorry, we forgot to do I plus plus at the end. I plus plus, we just clear this up, and no, get milk, eat chocolate, get milk, eat chocolate. So it's like first it's going to do that and then check for the condition like that. So then now we have reached the most fun part, So we have done objects. Now we are going to use the DOM. So DOM is the document object model. Okay, Z. So now we can get rid of this terminal too. So now we have this index.html main.js. So first let's just set up our index.html page. I'm going to name the title JS course. So now we have, let's say, h1 id. We have learned about IDs in the CSS course. ID is equal to head. So this is a heading. Yeah. So now let us just see how it is. So it's like this. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so it's like that. So then next what is going to happen, like not happen. So now in the JavaScript, so we'll usually use const when we are referring to HTML. Const head is equal to document dot get element by ID. Okay, we're going to get the element by ID of head. Okay, so then what we can do is head dot inner text is equal to hi. Okay, so let us just check it. Okay, something is wrong. Oh, okay, yeah. So one main thing which we forgot is to link the main.js to HTML. We can do this in the head tag and the body tag. Excuse me. The differences are head tag is going to load before the HTML. The JavaScript body tag is going to load after the whole HTML has been loaded. I just for small projects I prefer to keep it in the body. So script src is equal to main.js. That's it. So now as you can see, the moment we added that, it changed. So suppose we remove that, we remove it, we'll tell bye. Okay, so now we can see it's just like that, bye. So now the another thing is, now if we do console.log fun, okay, so we'll see it's like this. But now we'll open this tools. Yeah, I'm going to just keep it to the side, right? So now you can see in this console fun. Okay, sorry, leave this now. Yeah, so now here now we will do console.warn. This is a warning. Now you can see this is a warning. You don't care about this request. It's just telling it can't find some logo. So if you can remove this, yeah, just leave it like that. And then now we'll have console.error. This is a funny error. Yeah, so as you can see, it showed like an error. So this has this triangle symbol, this has this red urgent anonymous something main.js in our third line, it's also showing that. So we'll just get rid of all this. So we have seen document.get element by ID. Next is document.get elements by class name. So what is that is, so suppose we have some elements with the same class name, so we will just get rid of this whole thing and class of head. So we'll just copy this, and instead of h1 we change this to 2's and this to 3, and this to 4. This is a heading 2, 3, and 4. So now it's like this. Just don't worry about that error. We can just close this. So now what we can do is, here we will go to const headings is equal to document dot get. We usually don't use this, but for now I'm just going to show it. Headings dot style dot background color. We're just going to keep it as red. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why it's not working. So wait, let us try something else. Headings. Wait, let's just try console.log headings, not just headings. So now let us check our browser. So as you can see, it is like a object kind of, if you think of it like that. So it's hard to access. You have to do. Let us try something now. We'll do headings of 0 dot style dot background color red. Yeah, now you can see it was just basically returning an array. Yeah, so that was the problem. Next we'll just go get rid of all this and get rid of all this here nonsense, and then now we're going to see document dot query selector. So we'll just undo, just give the first one, and so the query selector is const head is equal to document dot query selector. This is how you select it in CSS. So how do you select class names in CSS? We just keep dot and that class name. So what did we give here? Dot head. So head. So head dot style dot color is equal to yellow. It won't work because I didn't keep it in the quotation marks. So I gave the backticks just like that, and now you can see it's just barely seeable. So now in Chrome and Firefox there'll be this button, pick an element from page. So now when you click on this, see, without any CSS we have got the color of yellow. If we remove it, so as you can see, without any CSS, just with JavaScript we have done it. This is some no style sheet. As you can see, Firefox is telling no style sheet. What I like about Firefox is that it gives a better like CSS support than Chrome. So we have a color picker here, so you can pick exact the pixel color. So we have copied it. So now let us, now in after you copied it, you can just paste it here and it's gonna still be the same. As you can see, no difference. Yeah, so it's helpful to have a color picker. In Chrome we have to use a extension like that, or if it's or it might be there. I have never seen it in Chrome though. So now what we can do is query selector all. So it's gonna select all with the same. So we'll just see 1 2 3 4 2 sorry 3 4 5 and then one last 6. Yeah, so now we have all this. So head document dot query selector all dot head. It's selecting all with dot head. So now let's see what's the problem. Okay, so we got an error. The head dot style is undefined. So wait, we'll just console.log head. Console.log is helping us to debug the problem. So usually I don't like problems, but what can we do? So as you can see, it has given us an array again. So what we do is like just of zeros dot style console.log of zero dot style dot dot style dot color. So now it's going to console.log the first element's color. So first here head dot style of zero dot style dot color is equal to red. So now as you can see, it's equal to red. So what you can do is you can think of this dot style as an object. So it's just basically like this. Let us see. Let style is equal to like this, and then it has something in color which they related it to HTML with JavaScript in the back end. So let's not go into that right now. So and comment down below who is the creator of JavaScript. So now we have document.create element and document.append child. So now what we'll do is we'll just create a basic. So we'll have a UL, and then in that we'll have some LIs. Right now we won't have any LI, and here we'll have an input type is equal to text placeholder. So input, we're going to just have a to do thing, but when we refresh the page it's just going to be gone. So then after this, now we have it. So const to do input is equal to document dot get element by id. Document. So here we're going to give a id of to do hyphen input. So to do hyphen input, yeah, and then now we'll have a const to do list is equal to document dot get element by id of id is equal to do hyphen list. So of to do hyphen list. So now we have that. So now we're going to use our event. Okay, so events are important. To do input dot add event listener is going to add a if we change the value. So we're going to have a arrow function. So we're going to have a event in this. So let to do input val is equal to e dot target dot value. It's target's value, and then let to do element is equal to document dot create element. So we are going to create an element li, and to do l dot inner text is equal to do input val. And now if we want this element to come in the HTML, we have to do document dot append child to do l. So let us see what we have done. So here let's just type something, and I pressed enter. Okay, let us debug. So let's just Control K C, and I don't know why it's showing that red color. So console.log to do input val. Let's just check that. So Control Shift I. So whatever. So when we press enter, it's coming over there. Okay. So then, so let documents dot create, like, so this create element, nothing will happen. So after this, let's type console.log created element. Yeah. So now, and created element also came now. So it has created the element. So now let us check for this console.log to do L. Let's just check it now. This is the main part. Okay. So it showed that li. Okay, just give something to do L dot value. Okay. Dot value. Or no, dot inner text. Yeah. So this should work. So its value is that. Now, so we don't know the difference, so we'll just keep to do input plus, we're going to give space this. So it's just going to give whatever that plus this. So if we type fun, so fun this, yeah, so we have gotten it. So it has reached that part, and then the final part where we append the child. So now console.log added child. I'm trying to figure out the problem over here. So now, okay, yeah, okay, this error has come. I don't know what this is. Okay, let us try to figure it out. So all the last console is not working. Okay, let us just try something here instead. First, what we can do is, here we will try to p dot append here to do L dot append to do list. Let's just hope it works. Yeah, checking it. Okay, to do L dot append. Okay, it's not a function, whatever. Let's undo what we did over here. Document. Oh, okay. So I found the problem. To do list dot append child to do L. Okay. So now what? Yeah. So added child. Now you can see it has worked. So we were adding it to the whole document. So that is not possible. We have to add it to a div or UL like we did now. So you can just do styling if you want, but I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. Yeah, and then once we refresh the page, the whole thing is gone, so don't worry about that. So and then we yeah, so these are the main things. So hope you liked it, guys, and if you liked it, click on the like button, okay, and the subscribe button still. And if you like this video, make sure to check out the videos which have come out on the screen, and comment down below what are you going to do with the JavaScript you learned. Bye guys.